there folks, my name is Luke. This is the Outdoor Gear Review. Now today for this short day hike adventure, I'm not alone. I have the beautiful Susie right here with me.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Where are we headed to today, hon?
Today we're gonna head up onto the Blue Ridge Parkway and take a hike and see what we can find.
With us living here in the mountains, it's very common for roads to be closed because of mudslides, rock slides, trees falling down, and so on. You know, many of these roads are so remote that they may not open for a number of weeks or maybe even months. Now today for this adventure, we are checking out a rock slide. It is
so warm today after just 4 days ago having about 10 inches of snow on the ground. And then today it is almost hot.
It is. When Susie says that it's warm, she is not kidding. 65 degrees right now. I mean, it's been so cold lately with a lot of snow, and now it's plumb hot. It is plumb hot. Luckily, there is a good breeze in the air today. You know, it's funny, we actually have a snowstorm coming in next week. So it's 65 degrees today. Next week, we're supposed to get quite a bit of snow. I love it. March is always the month of confusion, you know? The weather never knows what it's going to do or what it's supposed to be doing.
So, you know how you just said it's plumb hot?
Yeah.
Okay, people are going to make fun of that because they're constantly saying that we talk weird.
Oh.
It's pouring rain, pouring snow, plumb hot. Apparently, those are things that other people don't say.
Yeah. With Susan and I living here in the mountains, we do have our own language, and that's very common here in the South. There's plenty of words that we use which other areas do not. You know, like the ultimate example of that is toboggan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Viewers are often trying to correct us on that. We call it a toboggan. It's always been that way. If you ask anyone, you know, what a beanie is, they're going to say it's a toboggan. It simply is how it is.
Yes, we have.
So this is where the road is closed at. Since Susan is such a rebel, she does not care about closed roads, gates, fences, stuff like that. We might as well continue on with our adventure. We are heading north. Ah, that breeze feels so good. Ah, it is an awesome day to be out and about, especially with my best friend.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should say best friends. I got my honey. I got my friends here. We are out exploring some roads.
Whoa.
What is it?
Nasty spider.
Oh my gosh, that thing is hideous. Look at the size of that spider.
I could have taken care of that for you.
If I had a nuclear bomb, I'd detonate it right here, killing both of us and that spider.
Are you gonna cut the part out where you're like running and screaming?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, no big deal, guys.
You poor thing.
You know, it's kind of funny. Like yesterday, I was working on the truck a little bit. Now, when I say that I'm working on the truck, I don't know jack anything about working on vehicles. So I was putting in some transmission fluid, topping it off a little. You know, it's like my dad came over, he's like, "What you guys doing?" So we're talking to him, and of course I'm telling him, like, you know, Dad, working on your vehicle, working on your truck, it's just ingrained in me. You know, it's just a part of who I am. Yeah.
Well, all I know is I was inside. It was in the afternoon, so I was having my afternoon coffee, and our son, Lucas, he keeps running inside, outside. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Manly stuff, Mom, just manly stuff." And then he would take off running, come back in, grab something, paper towel, take off, and anyway, I just laughed because that's all I heard yesterday afternoon was they're doing manly stuff.
Oh, yeah. We were having fun. We were checking the oil, transmission fluid, and so on. Driving around in Moose. I love these old farms. I think they are so cool.
They are cool.
You know, the truth is, they're not really farms anymore.
No, not anymore.
Nope, not anymore. You know, Susan and I, we've talked about that before. I mean, people just don't farm like they used to. I mean, here where we live, this used to be farm country, nothing but farms. We don't have any farms left.
No.
No, you buy a farm now because you're from the city and you have a ton of money, you know? You raise some sheep for the heck of it, you go to the farmer's market, something like that. It's just not the same.
Breezy.
Ah, feels good. Guys, spring is upon us. I mean, I'm excited. I really am. I've been waiting for it to warm up. It's been a good winter. I mean, it's not really over yet. We have a couple more snows, but...
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Not over yet. Yep, sorry, we're watching.
Sorry.
Carry on.
It's so cute.
I like the way they looked at us.
Yeah, the problem with living on a farm is that you're not supposed to make those animals your pets. But I had a pet cow, her name was Apple Eater, because she loved apples and I would feed her apples almost every day. But my family also killed a cow every winter for our beef, and Apple Eater disappeared one winter.
Right.
And I know my dad had that cow slaughtered.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I didn't eat the beef at all that whole winter because I knew that was the cow.
Right.
So that's the problem with making the animals your pets. But my dad did give me pet goats and we didn't kill those or anything.
Right. Now, growing up, I didn't have any farm animals, nothing like that. We definitely didn't have a farm. You know, I was born here in North Carolina, but I moved around a lot. I've lived in Florida, St. Thomas, moved around quite a bit. So I had cats mainly, and they would always disappear.
Oh no.
Yeah, for some reason or another, they'd take a ride. Who knows where they went. Are you ready for more snow, Susie?
I guess. You
Yeah,
know.
why not? There's one more bean in the jar, isn't there?
Yes,
Yep.
one left. So it's just gonna happen.
Yep.
Okay, so where we live, what is common to do is in August, every foggy morning gets a bean in a jar. If it's a little fog, you get a little bean. If it's really heavy fog, a big bean. And that will represent how many snows we get in the winter, little and big snows. And so there's one bean left in the jar. I actually don't know the size of the bean. A lot of people do it. I've never heard of it not working out. So if they say there's one bean left, there's gonna be one snow.
I'm sure you all have the same sort of thing in your areas. It could be a little bit different, I'm sure it is. You know, all the old timers had, you know, different means and methods to determine the type of winter that it was going to be. I mean, I've heard like, okay, if the yellow jackets are nesting in the ground, the winter's going to be bad. If you see a lot of squirrels ran over on the road, the winter's going to be bad because they're collecting all the nuts and stuff like that.
You know, if you haven't lived in this area like most of your life, you don't know about the beans. So, you know, I took Lucas to piano the other day, and his piano teacher has lived here for a long time, but not her whole life.
Right.
So maybe she's been here for the last 15, 20 years.
She's never heard of that?
And she had never heard of the beans.
Oh, that's
And,
funny.
You know, we were talking about the snow, and I said, yeah, it's probably going to happen because there's a bean left in the jar. And she was like,
What?
what are you talking about?
What bean?
So I had to explain it.
I think it's cool. I like the old way.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it's neat. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, maybe you haven't, but we are currently using a different camera than the Canon GX10. We actually have the Panasonic GH5 in our hands at the moment, just testing it out. Let us know what you guys think about the video quality. Comment down below in the web zone. Are you having a good time?
I am.
Yep.
Feels great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So check this out. We have this limb up here, just waiting to fall on someone's car. Welcome to the mountains, everybody, where it's always windy. What I love the most about living in the mountains is that we have all 4 seasons. I love that. A lot of places don't. 2 seasons maybe, we have all 4.
So a lot of people that live here, they tend to complain a little bit about winter or summer. But the thing is we're really lucky that we do have 4 seasons and that it's always temporary and something new will come.
Yeah, every
you know?
3-4 months it changes. Gosh, when I lived in Florida, it was so freaking hot. I mean, you couldn't walk around barefoot, you know, for multiple reasons. One, the heat was so high. fire ants, you know, scorpions and stuff all over the place. Yeah, I have no desire to live back there again.
No.
One and done. That's it.
I think Madison is excited.
Yeah.
About going to Florida.
She will be going to her A school there in the Navy. With our daughter, she is getting closer and closer to her ship-off date. September is right around the corner. She will be heading to basic. How exciting is that?
Oh, woodpecker.
Red-headed woodpecker.
It's a bigger one.
Ooh, it's huge.
Yeah. Woodpecker.
Oh, you hear it laughing at us?
Yeah.
Coyote poop, ladies and gentlemen. With this adventure here, I have no idea how many miles we are doing. We're not really sure where the rock slide is, so we're just going to hike until we find it. With spring being right around the corner, that means that it is almost time for the bears to wake up. Hibernation is pretty much over. How many bears do you think we will see this year, love?
Oh goodness, I think at least a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm gonna say half a dozen, 6.
Half a dozen?
Yep, every single year, tons and tons of black bear.
Yeah.
And really with the black bear, you don't have to worry about them much. You know, every once in a while there's that rare attack that you hear about. Like the last attack I heard of was a year or so ago, where this young guy was camping with his parents in Colorado, and a black bear came up, put his mouth right over the top of his head while he was sleeping. I don't think the camera was running, but Susan brought up a good point. There's probably more to that story. I'm sure there was food on the ground wherever they were sleeping at. I mean, something had to have brought that bear in.
Yeah.
With my entire life of growing up here in the mountains with the black bear, I've never heard of an attack or an issue here. You?
I've never.
Ever? Yeah.
The only thing you hear about is that they get into people's cars, or they try to get into people's houses even, or
Yeah.
their trash, and it's all food related.
Sure.
So
If you want to see something funny, check out what a bear could do to a car. It's hilarious. If one gets inside of your car, they are going to rip that thing to pieces. It's pretty incredible. Are you going to take your jacket off, Susie?
no, I'm still comfortable.
Woo. You know, whenever I'm out hiking and I'm filming these videos, I'm always talking about like what's beautiful. You know, it's like the birds are singing, it sounds beautiful. The moss is cool and whatnot. I almost feel like a tree-hugging hippie talking about this stuff. But you know, it's like with our videos, like we really want to focus on what's beautiful in the world instead of focusing in on what sucks, you know? I mean, we could talk about, yeah, there's garbage on the side of the road. We could talk about how things could be better, you know, whatever. We could talk about politics and stuff like that, but we're not going to. I think anytime that you step outside, you know, leave all that other crap behind, focus on what's good, clear your head, think about your issues, think about solutions to your problems. I mean, that's what it's all about for me. When you're out hiking, love, what do you think about?
It's just a chance for me to relax and to just not think about stuff.
Yeah, so you go blank?
Yeah, I just enjoy what's around me.
Yeah.
Just enjoy like the breeze or the smell. Today has been pretty hectic, lots to do, but Luke and I had planned to go for a hike. Nothing strenuous, almost just casually hiking. After lunch, you know, he says, well, maybe we shouldn't go because we have too much to do. And I said, nope, I need to go. I want to go. I was looking so forward to coming out, taking a break from all of that other stuff. So when I'm out, I can just relax.
Right. Maybe that's why everybody today in this day and age is so weird. I don't think they're getting outside enough.
I don't think so.
Yeah. They're losing touch with reality. What do you guys think? I love walking the road. You know, I like hiking trails, but there's something so nice about walking roads as well. I mean, it's nice and flat on your feet. I
Yep.
mean, there's no obstacles, so you can actually look around you and stare at everything. Plus, I also kind of daydream about like end of the world, last two people on the planet were hiking the roads alone.
Yeah, you get that feeling of like, this is the end and we're the only two people.
Yeah.
Because when do you ever get to hike a road?
Yeah.
That, you know, normally this is a busy, busy road.
It's true. It's special, it's fun. And if you ever get the opportunity, do it. Susan and I were talking about walking on the roads here. I mean, check this out. This is what we're looking at here. Tell me you don't want to be here right now. You have the forest. You have the road. You have the birds up in the trees, the animals in the forest. It's not bad, is it, hon?
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. This tree right here is cool. This pine tree, it's broken off about halfway up, but there's 2 limbs on this tree that are still alive. Oh gosh, guys, I don't know what we're going to be able to do here.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we might have to turn around. What do you think, hon?
Probably.
I mean, what are you gonna do? There's a tree down blocking your path. What do you do here?
Well, folks, we have a tree up ahead. It looks like the adventure is coming to an end. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Until next time, take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. I wonder where she's headed to. The last time you threw a snowball at me, it went inside of my shoe.
Repeat.
All right, go for it.
I can throw it right at your shoe.
And she's a really good shot.
Bear Grylls style. There's a tree here. We're just not going to be able to get around it. It's very dangerous to go through this. You can injure yourself, not to mention ticks. The best thing to do is just turn around and head back.
But before you do, drink some of your own urine. It's vital.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go over here and pee.
Where you going, buddy?
We really have to end it now.
Yeah, for real. This time,
For real, it's over.
the adventure's over. We're done. In the famous words of Bill Paxton, now what the hell are we going to do? It's a shame he's dead. Without a doubt, his best role is what?
True Lies.
Yeah, it
True
definitely
Lies,
is.
yeah.
Now, with my expert advice, the best thing to do when there's a tree down is to simply go around it. Wow, that's impressive. You can see that the tree split in half, and it came from up here. I'm not surprised at all that there's trees down. We've had so many windstorms this winter. I stated in one of our videos that one of the mountains nearby clocked 108 miles an hour. The last overnight adventure which I went on top of White Top Mountain, the wind speeds hit 67 miles an hour up there. They were so strong that they bent one of my tent stakes. We've made it to the top of the mountains here. It is time to begin our descent. I don't know how far it is until we get to the rock slide, but so far I have really enjoyed this hike.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
lots of fun. Are you thirsty?
I think I need some water.
Yeah, me too.
It's beautiful.
It is.
There's the church.
That building right there in the center of the screen used to be an old schoolhouse. And if you take that road, you will go to Susan's dad's house. That's where she grew up down there. What is wet? So, I think we've made it to the rock slide area. We're definitely coming upon a lot of equipment here. So, folks, let's go check out the rock slide. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys could see here where this began. Came down off of the mountain here. And they have quite a bit of work to do. As you can see, one lane of this road is open. It will take a long time to get through this. Now, rock slides like this are very, very common, and typically this happens in the winter time when you have the water getting into those rocks, freezing, expanding, and so on. It just cracks it and, you know, the mountain will slide off. This really does happen, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year. It's a very common occurrence.
It's huge.
Yeah.
That explains why it's been closed for so long, and it will be closed for quite a while.
Yeah. Like, this is a big project.
Big, huge.
Mm-hmm. This is cool. Wow. Check that out. I didn't even notice this. The rock slide came through and actually hit the barrier here on the side and pushed this thing out of the way. I mean, moved it back about 1 foot.
Yeah.
It is time for us to turn around and head back before it gets dark, because it will definitely be getting dark soon. They say that maybe tonight we will have some severe thunderstorms. How about that? That sounds like fun. As you guys can see, we are now headed back to the car. It won't be too long before the sun is down. We hope that you all have enjoyed our little mini day hike today. Hopefully we've shown you all that not every adventure has to be on a trail. You know, sometimes you can hit the roads and have equally amazing times. The ultimate point is that all you have to do is step outside. Thank you all so much for joining Susie and myself for this trip. We will see you all again soon. Strength and honor.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
That is weird looking. Take your glasses off and do it again. I guess this one looks cooler, babe.
So, is that what it's supposed to look like?
Not really. That one kind of looks cool.
Yeah, I do like that with the glasses. That looks like a skeleton wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but she's like, oh yeah, it's so cool. Well, hopefully that was awesome. Are you impressed? Did I impress you, love?
Yeah, are you cooled off?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm no longer even remotely hot.
See, it's like I did you a favor.
Captain Morgan pose?